I cover dry ice in water. Does it become ice?
Oh my god. From Abacus.com. There are two types of people in this world. People who pick their nose and people who are dirty, rotten, filthy liars.
Okay.
Welcome to From a Shoe, the show where each week we draw a topic out of a shoe.
A shoe, it's a shoe
Just
now.
like it says in the title. I'm Ben.
I'm Phoenix.
We've lost the hat for today.
Yeah, we couldn't find it, so we got a shoe.
We've got Phoenix's shoe.
It's a nice shoe.
It is a very nice shoe.
Um,
I'm going to take a photo so I can tweet it out when these episodes inevitably go up.
absolutely.
If I can fucking get my camera phone. Oh my god. There we go. Photo taken.
It's a fairly fancy shoe. Anyway.
Do you want to draw out of the shoe?
Yeah, I'll draw out of the shoe. Let's just get in there, get right to the the tip of the toes. There we go. And what have we got here? Oh, create a homebrew D&D class.
Ah, cool.
Okay.
Song? Don't.
D&D. There was a movie.
There was a movie.
There's
movie? Two.
Yeah. Did either of those have it? There's a D&D cartoon from like the 80s.
There is. I've seen it. It's terrible.
Whatever its theme song is.
Alright, I'll try and get the D&D's... The D&D cartoon
theme.
But what if I can't find it? Can I use a song from Tripod vs. the Dragon?
Yeah.
Cool. Because I love that. That's my favourite D&D thing.
Okay.
Hey, look! A Dungeons and Dragons ride! Wow, neat!
Give me a break.
I don't like this!
Whoa! What's happening?
Whoa!
Where are we? Look out!
Fear not, ranger. Barbarian, magician, thief, cavalier, and acrobat.
Who was that?
That was Venger, the force of evil. I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
Meet you by the art room door, in a circle on the hallway floor. The teacher held you back again, drawing ogres in your textbook margin.
You wrote this one.
I did write this one.
I didn't do it.
No.
Explain.
Well, I was writing down different ideas.
No, as in explain the idea.
Oh, so...
Not how you wrote it down.
Well, I was going to say the way I came up with it was I was writing it down and using a D&D player handbook to as my table.
Can I just say that D&D's definition of a handbook is just completely wrong. That thing is not a handbook.
Oh.
That thing is a fucking... That could club a baby seal to death.
Definitely. This is like thick.
It's like a hardcover tome.
Which, I mean, I guess is fitting.
Yeah. But anyway,
But,
not a handbook. Moving on, though.
okay, so, D&D is like a game. If people are unaware, D&D is a role-playing game where people choose certain classes or they choose, and they choose certain characters and stuff, and they make characters to fit in a world, and it's basically just fantasy, and they play it. They play their character. But
It's like Lord of the Rings, but playable.
Yeah, and also not a video game just for the really unaware.
Oh, right, yeah, fuck. About Lord of the Rings games.
And one of the things about it is because it's this fantasy world where you can do pretty much anything, as long as you can imagine it. People have come up with a billion different classes. Right?
Oh yeah, like one of my more recent characters in our private games, which are run by Reluctantly Will,
Yep.
and Harold, who has been on the show, so he does exist.
He's been on it.
My old character before he died
Yeah.
was a gunslinger,
Yeah.
which is which is a class made up by Matt Mercer from various anime. He's a voice actor, and
Yeah.
also he runs the games for Critical Role, which I don't have time.
There's so many. It's reluctantly Will watches them. They're all about 4 hours long, at least.
I don't have time. I don't have time to watch them.
This-
Like, you can't even download them and listen to them. You have to watch them.
Yeah.
Because they're all on YouTube.
Well, no, I think you can get a downloadable version.
Oh, well, then I might start.
I will not. I like all of the people on it, but 4 hour long things, like, one is fine, but like a whole 100 episodes or more, definitely more, that's ridiculous. But,
To say you and I are well versed in D&D is an understatement, is the point.
yeah, we kind of get it. So this idea is just, like Ben said, he was a gunslinger. Not a real thing in terms of D&D if you go through all their handbooks and
Not
stuff.
an official thing. It's
Yeah,
something that a
it's
fan
not
has
an
created.
official thing. So I want to create the best one.
Okay. So it's just us, so what, we're going to take it in turns?
Yeah,
Do you want to go first, or can I go first?
you can go first because you're better at coming up with things on the spot.
Alright, well, my brain instantly went, I like punching, but there's already, like, a lot of
Yeah.
there's a lot of homebrews that factor in punching. Like, I wanted to have a character who was, a homebrew class called a pugilist.
Yep.
Which is essentially just a bare knuckle boxer.
Yeah.
But, my homebrew is a punch wizard.
Punch wizard. Okay.
Punch wizard. They do magic by punching.
Okay.
Not other things themselves.
So they hurt themselves to magic.
Yes. It's
Okay.
called a punch wizard. In reality, it's more of a self-harm wizard.
Yeah, when I heard punch wizard, I assumed that it was like they use spells like firebolt and then just held it in their hands and punched people, doing damage with fire and their spell.
Oh, no. I should change
No,
the name.
and their hands.
I should change the name. It's a self-harm wizard.
Yeah. Okay.
So, the more, the more damage you do to yourself, the more powerful the spell you use.
Okay, so what if you miss? Do you still hurt yourself?
Yeah. You've got to hurt yourself to use the spell. So, like, say I wanted to cast, like, a cantrip.
Yeah.
Well, that's as simple as just pinching.
Okay.
Like, but if the higher the spell, the more damage you have to do to yourself. And you have a chance of missing or not doing enough damage.
To yourself.
Yeah.
Making it unable to cast the spell.
Yeah. Like, you accidentally cast a low level spell.
Oh, I like that.
So, like, say I want to do a 4th level spell, and instead, okay, I gotta slit my wrist to do a 4th level spell.
Okay.
I don't cut deep enough, so
Yeah.
it's just a scratch, so I end up doing an accidental 2nd level spell.
Okay. Is it a spell along the same lines? Or is it just any 2nd level
If
spell?
you pick your spells out, and those are the ones you're stuck with forever.
Okay.
So, if you don't have a spell that lines up in the same general theme in
Yeah.
the next level lower, then it's a random dice roll.
I like it. I like that idea. What advantages does he get later on in levels other than he has to hurt himself?
Heal
more?
wounds!
That's the spell though.
Yeah, but you can't pick it as part of Self-Harm Wizard.
Oh, okay, so
You
it
get,
just
no, like,
happens.
you get advantage on, like, medical checks and shit.
Okay.
So, like, if you want to just do, like, I want to bandage my wound that I just gave myself, you get advantage to that, because you're experienced in this area.
I have a question about this character.
You also
right?
get advantages for having a dog. Like, a dog to just comfort you. Like, you can have a familiar at a certain level that is essentially just a dog to help you cope with the fact that you cut yourself.
I like the Jesus. I like the idea that if you've got this dog, right, you can't have like a good looked after dog. Your dog is the kind of dog that he gains magic through you. When he's like chewing or scratching his fleas or something like that, he starts scratching and just excess magic starts just flying off.
Oh, that's a good
He's
idea.
a wild magic scratchy dog.
That's terrible, but I love it. You can have a cat as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Any animal that you have purely, like, that you can find in a hospital. Like, you know how you get animals...
Comfort animals, yeah.
Any animal that would fall under a comfort animal, I'd pay. Like, I'd even pay some birds, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd definitely pay a bird.
Yeah. Any other
They can
questions?
talk to you.
Exactly. I mean, if they're your familiar, they can kind of impart.
Yeah, but they
emotions.
can talk to other people as well.
Ah, good point.
And when people are like, "What are you doing?" Just the bird rocking up being like, "It's okay, he's got this.
It's okay.
Don't worry."
He's got superpowers.
I like the idea that like it doesn't start off when you first learn, like when you're like first level, this isn't a thing, but with your medical prowess, when you get to a higher level, you have like you can give yourself stitches, and because you've got to stick needles through your
Yeah.
skin to give yourself stitches, that also boosts your power.
Like, the further advanced you get, the more you can just do cantrips without needing to do anything.
Yeah.
Because you're just in a constant level of pain.
It's like, I cast Firebolt, and then I use my bonus action to stitch myself up.
Exactly.
Causing the Firebolt to be stronger.
Exactly. What's the highest level you can get to in D&D? Because I've got an idea for...
I think it's level 30. It might be level 20.
Alright.
I've got the guidebook here with me.
Yeah.
So,
How convenient. People aren't going to believe that we just happened to get this one at random.
I know, right?
We did. He just has this... We're in his apartment. He just has this.
This is just near me at most times. Level 20 it says on here. It goes character advancement.
Alright, well, when you get to the
20.
top level possible, like, the final advantage you get
Yep.
is revive.
I like
so, the most powerful spell you can do is essentially you become a human bomb. Like, you just charge in the battle and you can just kill yourself, and once your heart stops beating, you kind of explode a bit,
Yeah.
and then you just reform.
Of course.
Free of injury.
I like the idea that it has to be self-harm, though.
Yeah. Like, if someone else hits you,
That can
doesn't
kill
count.
you, yeah. But you can go in, kill a bunch of people, and revive yourself.
exactly. I believe I'll make the explosion do 5d20s.
5 D20s. A maximum of 100.
Exactly.
And it's an area of effect spell.
Of course. It's an explosion.
I really like the self-harm wizard. He's got a dreadful name, but it's wonderful.
You can't play this character as a happy-go-lucky character. He's got to be a bit depressed.
Yeah.
You don't go down this path if you're of right mind.
What if you're just someone who's really happy, but is also like, yeah, but pain feels good.
Oh yeah, that works too then, I guess.
Just,
Or like if
you're
you're-
gonna be depressed or a sadist.
You can either be a sadist, depressed, or...
Or a masochist, sorry.
Or you can just be doing it by accident.
Yeah.
Like, this is a class that you can end up with by accident.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
What would you give him out of...
I
out of-
really like
out
him.
of
Like,
10.
I would love for you to actually fully develop this character. Cause
I don't have to focus for that.
That's true, but I love him. I'll give him like an 8.
Oh,
maybe
fuck
a 9.
yeah, an
I
8?
think
Oh.
he's great. Okay, here we
Hang
go.
on, I've got to keep score. Because we always keep score.
Yeah, of course.
Nope, that's porn. That's more porn. Here we are. Okay. Oh, fucking emojis. Self-harm wizard. What did you say? 8?
8, yeah,
8.
like give him an 8. Maybe an 8.5.
No, we don't do 0.5s here. Full numbers or no numbers?
Okay, then 4. Yeah, just
8?
8.
Alright.
Give him the 8.
If we were doing 0.5s, we may as well just have a point system out of 20. You know?
Yeah, I actually agree with that. Never thought
That's
of it
why I
that
don't
way.
understand people who have like a 5 system and then like they go, oh, but this is like 5.4.
5.4,
Well,
yeah.
why don't you just have a fucking 10-star system then?
Yeah. Okay, so, Cthulhu Puncher. Okay?
I like how we both go on punching.
Yeah. Now, you might think Cthulhu Puncher is someone who exclusively punches Cthulhus.
Yeah.
Not the case. This person, their ability is that they can summon to the sides of them bits and pieces of like eldritch horrors.
Jesus.
Right? So they go into a fight, they look like a normal man, and then they like click or something, and out of the sides just sprouts 2 giant tentacles. And then they just stand there while the tentacles do all the damage.
So it's a bit like in Tokyo Ghoul with the things.
Similar to that, except it's a random, like you have to do a random roll at the start of each battle to see which eldritch horror you get parts of.
Ooh.
Which makes it like this thing of like, you could get something great. You could roll it and get,
How many options are there? Or do they go up with each level?
go up with each level.
Okay,
so
okay.
you start off with some, like, maybe tentacles, or like tentacles, or you roll it and it's like that or one other thing, like say something like you can see with like the eyes of like something, and then you go up and eventually you get things like wings, or you could, but those are the parts that fight. You're a really weak class, right?
Okay.
If you were to go into battle and roll really poorly and have no advantages, everyone else would have to look after you.
You're just fucked.
Yeah.
I like it.
But so each have their advantage. Like the eye thing would be like you have the ability to see like the entire field and give the best strategies for who to fight, stuff like that, like get advantages and stuff like that. But if you get tentacles, like who's going to be able to fight Cthulhu?
Yeah. Fair enough. Is it just Cthulhu, or do you get other horrors?
Yeah, no, of course. Cthulhu Puncher wouldn't be the actual name. I was just coming
No,
up
I
with-
get you.
Yeah.
I like how we both, like, our basis is just, right, combine words,
Yeah.
elaborate.
Something and punch.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, it'd be like Eldritch Fighter.
Oh, okay. So what advantages do you get? Like
Okay. Well, let's think.
what's your starting equipment?
Oh, starting equipment.
Give me something here. What do you get? Like, what are you advantaging in? Do you get another language? Because I reckon,
you get another language.
I reckon you should get Infernal.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Just naturally.
Infernal, maybe Abyssal as well.
What, any kind of those evil languages.
Yeah. I'd say that if you're playing this class, you're almost definitely an evil. This is an evil campaign class.
Yeah.
Although, wouldn't it be fun if it was a good campaign class?
Oh, that'd be amazing. It's like you're the hero of prophecy. Unfortunately, you're also fucking terrible.
Yeah. At the highest level, with a perfect lay, like you roll a d20 and you get a 20, you actually become one of these eldritch horrors for a few turns.
I got a question. Do these things, are they like coming out of your body? Or?
No.
Okay.
No. They're like a spirit.
Oh, okay.
thing. So picture like this isn't going to make sense for people who don't know D&D, but something like
None of this is making sense for people who don't know D&D.
so something like the Mage Hand or whatever, Chill
Yeah.
Touch. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Chill touch. Right.
So it's like
Different
a spirit,
entirely.
yeah, but a spiritual like entity that comes out and chill touches things, like it becomes a hand. It'd be like that, but on a grander scale, because or it would be like a sorcerer kind of class, except all your things are like to bring out
Yeah.
bits and pieces.
Oh.
Can we pause for 1 second? Because
Yeah.
Sailor has called me 6 times in the last 3 minutes.
Sure thing. Anyway.
Yeah, okay.
We're back.
Yeah. We had to take a short break then, but
So yeah, you're a Cthulhu puncher.
yeah.
What else? Like spirit, like astral projection.
Yeah,
type of
yeah.
thing. Alright, do you get any advantages to dealing with other eldritch horrors?
I'd say that you get, so let's say that it's
Like if you encounter a wild, say, beholder,
uh-huh.
do you get anything to help you out
Well,
here?
let me get my player's handbook out. Actually, I'm gonna get my monster manual. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Oh my god.
Because we're not nerds, and how dare you. Okay.
It's just on your fucking kitchen table.
Yeah, well, who knows when I'm gonna need this stuff.
Oh, that's a mind flare.
Yeah.
I was about to say, what is that?
So I'm thinking,
I remember
right?
what that is. That killed me once.
Really?
Yeah, we were doing this campaign with Jesse, who's been on the show, Nick, who's been on the show. Reluctantly, Will was running the campaign. John was also there, and I think Kyle, who hasn't been on the show so doesn't exist, was also there. And it was like a jailbreak campaign.
Okay.
So
yeah. I
me,
remember
John,
you-
and Jesse were all brothers, the Dunn brothers.
Mhm.
We were of the Orc crime family.
Of course.
And we were in prison to break out one another. Like, I'd gone into prison to help break everyone else out, and we each had something that we had to keep secret from the others.
Yeah.
And, like, Nick's character knew that this thing, that the Mind Flayer was in the tower of the prison, and Kyle's character knew that there was a deck of magical cards that could possibly give you a wish spell. So we were going
Nice.
after that.
Yeah.
And then it turned out that Jesse got the wish card, and he was like, I wish that John and I were safe at home. And he just left me in prison. It was the best thing ever. Because he was like, my character turns to John and goes, this is all yours now. And then he walks away. It was amazing. And then we got killed by mind flayers.
How many?
Just one.
Okay.
I'd never felt more betrayed in my life.
Really?
Because I didn't know that they were mad at me. I thought we were all good. Apparently not.
So what I'm thinking is because we're summoning something like abyssal or like
Yeah.
from a different, it should have its attacks do like good against celestials
Oh, okay.
and phase.
Ah.
So the non-dark creatures, the like the chill pixie types and the really unchill angel dudes.
Fair.
Yeah, because we're summoning darkness. We should crush the light with the gods of old.
I do like that. I will give your Cthulhu Puncher class, which we need to have a better name for.
Yeah,
I'd say that's also an 8 out of 10.
nice.
Because I love to see someone playing that and...
And just squids.
Just
Squids everywhere.
So many squids. Alright. Cthulhu Puncher. Puncher. H. Alright. Now I gotta figure out one for myself again. It's hard coming up with ones that I don't know already exist.
Yeah.
Because there's so many. Like, my brain instantly went Barbarian. A barbarian...
I mean, that's got to exist.
It does exist. Because I was nearly going to play one, but then I was like, no, I want to stay away from too many homebrews.
Fair enough. But that would just be multi-classing, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, but it's like your weapons are just musical instruments and you're good at them. You don't get any bonuses for playing the musical instrument. You
Right,
just
yeah.
have one.
Sure, why not?
Like, my one-off character who thought he was a bard but was a barbarian who just had a lute that he used was very heavy. That he used as a weapon. Who you then
Jeez.
killed.
I did kill him. It was a mercy killing. Every time you saw that owlbear.
Ah, an owlbear! We encountered an owlbear, listeners, and every time my character laid eyes upon this owlbear, he was terrified, because he was a coward. So he was like, ah, an owlbear! And then and I was like, I run in the opposite direction. And Will was like, okay, we'll make a roll. I made a roll, I'm like, I rolled a 2. And he goes, you fall down a cliff. And then I was unconscious for the battle. So I climbed back up the hill after the battle, and they were like, well, where were you? And I was like, I fell down a hill. And they're like, well, what are you... Dude. And I was like, ah, a giant spider! And then I did the same thing again. And then Phoenix killed me.
Yeah, it was truly a mercy killing.
Yeah, it was a mercy. He wasn't right for this world.
What was his name again?
No idea. Something dumb. Because all my characters have normal-ish names. I
Yeah.
say, knowing full well that I have a character named Biff O'Rourke.
Vape Wizard.
A vape wizard.
A vape wizard.
Explain?
So there are like things like air elementals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This person, this class, keeps little vials with miniaturized elementals in them, puts them in a pipe, and then breathes out the power of those elementals.
Oh, so like a fire breather.
Yeah,
But with,
but with vaping. There's
I
no
really-
fire.
I really wish you weren't set on the word vape, but
No.
okay. So,
Very set on it.
so essentially you're just a fighter that can, like, do breath attacks.
Yeah, similar to that. But it's can use magic and stuff like that depending on what he's vaping.
Oh, okay.
Right, so it'd be like, also you could get things like, it would have to be one where you gather materials.
Yeah.
And stuff to use your things, so like, you take a pixie, rip its wings off, grind those down in your little grind.
Mortar and pestle.
Yeah.
Whatever it's
and then you shove that in with some air elemental, and then you give that a good like that. And not only do you have your air powers with it, but now you've also got a little bit of pixie stuff in it, so that gives it bonuses.
Jesus Christ. That's terrible.
Like say you're in a fight and there's something that's weak to like fairies or whatever, like their kind of abilities, it would give them the weaknesses or like stuff like that, and you could use it on people. Like you go, here, take a puff of this, and then say there's something with like an immunity to water.
Yeah.
Or like you're fighting something with water, and you can breathe in something with the immunity to water, and then your vaping gives you the immunities to what you're fighting. But you have to have the right materials for it. So it's a lot of like, your quest would be a lot of like trying to track down specific monsters to hunt to get, like a Monster Hunter, but for vaping.
Okay. I can see where all this goes, and I assume that the higher the level you get, the better you get at just crafting these things.
The tastier the vape.
Does that change the magic, or is it just better for your character?
I mean,
Like, for the player, how does that help?
well, it's smooth.
You're not actually doing it, though. Like, it's 4 out of 10.
What? But this one tastes like mint, and mint
4
is the bomb.
out of
And
10.
you mix it with strawberry and it tastes like a mojito.
Vape Wizard gets a 4 out of 10.
I like Vape Wizard.
Vape Wizard. Vape Wizard.
What if at later levels he can enter the vape realm?
What's the vape realm?
Well, if he rolls well enough, he takes a puff and he enters like a can't be hit kind of thing. For
Also
few
becomes a
turns.
bit like smoke.
Yeah, he becomes the vape.
5 out of 10.
Yes, halfway there.
Alright, you want to hear my next one?
Yeah, okay.
You know Jumper?
What?
You know the film Jumper?
I do know the film
That-
Jumper. So someone who can teleport.
Yeah. Someone who can teleport. Only short distances.
Sure.
At first. Like
Is that
only...
not Misty Step?
No. What's Misty Step?
It's a spell that lets you teleport.
Oh. Maybe Misty Step. But, like, it's just...
We'll call them a Misty Stepper.
It's... Essentially, this would be more like a rogue subclass, really.
Yeah.
Like, so you can teleport at first, only short distances within your sight, but the more advanced you get, the further you can teleport, and, like, if you were like, I want to try to teleport on the other side of that wall, that's going to be a check, because you might end up in the wall.
In the wall, yeah.
Yeah.
But the checks would get easier as you level up, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Or the more you go through walls.
Bit of both. So the more times you teleport into a wall, the more higher the advantage you get to not end up in the wall again.
Nice.
It's just teleportation, the class.
The class, yeah.
Yeah. So I'd imagine you'd have to have like a stockpile. Like the further up you get, like say you get to about level 8,
Okay.
you can teleport back to your home base from wherever you are.
Yeah.
So you'd have to have a stockpile of melee weapons.
Yeah.
Because I always love that bit in things with teleporters where they're in a fight and they hit a guy with something, drop it, teleport away, come back with another thing, hit him with that, drop it. That's essentially what you should be doing.
Okay.
So it'd be a get in, get out real quick kind of thing.
I like that. I like the idea that it's like they're about to enter a battle, and because like let's say they're a subclass rogue,
Yeah.
they do some sneaking. They're like, okay, they're all the bad guys, and then they just lay weapons in a circle around wherever the bad guys are hanging, really sneakily.
Yeah.
Then they go in the fight, no weapons, and they're like, oh, and then
It's a good way to get yourself captured. And then,
boosh. Yeah,
see,
I can dig it. I don't think he's as good as Vape Wizard though.
fuck off. Vape Wizard shit.
Vape Wizard's wonderful. He fills the world with smooth and silky vape.
I'm sure he's a lovely man. Fuck him. Any questions?
So, if you were to teleport into a wall and become the wall,
Yeah.
is it instant death?
No, you just take a lot of damage.
Okay.
Like, say I were to teleport and, like, it'd be a roll and be like, alright, your arm is stuck in the wall. There's a good chance that you might lose that arm.
Yeah, Jesus.
You might get
Okay.
to keep the arm, though.
Yeah, you might.
Like, if you can break the bricks away, then you just need to get the brick off that one bit of arm.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get, like, the lower the roll of the check, the more likely it is that your molecules are now fused with the brick.
I mean, there's going to be benefits to that as well.
Yeah, but, like, as in, like, it'll break the move.
Yeah.
So, like, if I were to roll, like, if you roll a check, like, you fail the check, roll. And you roll, and you're like, okay, I rolled pretty high. And you're like, okay, fine, your arm is just kind of, like, there's a hole in the wall that your arm is stuck in.
Yeah.
But the lower the roll on you fail the check, roll to see if how bad you're stuck in the wall. The lower you roll, the more likely you are to lose that limb,
Okay.
which can result in an instant death. If you roll super low and you're like, your entire body is stuck in the wall, you roll a 1, you're dead. You rolled a 20, you're not dead, but the wall is now hollow and you are still stuck inside it. Like a cage. Despite all your rage, you are still just a rat in a cage.
I like the idea that, like, this character's with a party of people. He's like, I'm gonna teleport to the other side of that wall. Teleports, gets caught in the wall, they get to the other side. He's not there. They're like, he's in the wall. I mean, he's dead then, right? And it's just like, not that good. Not gonna get stuck in the whole wall.
Yeah, like you want to roll high if you're getting stuck in a wall so that the entire wall's hollow so you can just kind of knock on it to let them know. But if you like roll not super low, you're still stuck in a hole but you can't move around. So you just got to try yelling.
And it's just like, wait, did you hear something?
I didn't hear anything.
Nah, didn't hear anything.
There is no war in Bossing Say. I've got another one.
Okay.
So this is my last one.
Sure.
It's masks.
Okay.
Like voodoo masks.
Okay.
Well, not voodoo masks, just masks.
So it's like Majora's Mask?
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of a combination of Majora's Mask and the masks in Crash Bandicoot.
Right, okay, yeah.
So you can strap them on, you get powers resulting as a result. So essentially, yeah, Majora's Mask. Just as a class.
Yeah. I like that. Where do you get your masks from?
You make them.
Okay.
Because they require some magic.
Yeah.
So you're like a sorcerer.
Okay.
Sorcerers get inherent magic, right? They don't...
Yeah, sorcerers are either born with magic in their blood from dragon ancestors, or wild magic, which can come from just being born with it.
Yeah, you're essentially like a sorcerer. You have inherent magic, and you just need to channel it into these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty cool. Is it... So in Majora's Mask, right? Because this is like the easiest reference for it. The way you get certain masks... there's like characters, right, like that. One of them is already dead. Actually, I think 2 of them are already dead, and one of them's dying. You play a song, and that person becomes a mask. They die, and their spirit becomes the mask, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in your one, do you have to kill things, and then you can do something to that being and become that being with its mask?
Well, you'd need, like... Because this is where the voodoo bit comes in.
Yeah.
Because you need a bit of the thing you're trying to become on the mask to, like...
Yeah.
It's a bit like Majora's Mask and a bit like Jim Carrey's The Mask.
Sure thing.
Where you put this thing on and it encompasses your body and you become it.
Yeah.
Bit fucked up looking too. Because you might be bad at, like, crafting. Like, you might craft it. It might look ugly, but it'll get the job done.
Yeah, you're there, you're like saying to the DM, okay, I'm carving a mask, I want it to give me these powers, I want it to make me a bullywug. Okay, so, I'm carving it, and then it's just, okay, well...
I've strapped the bullywug testes to it.
roll to see how good your mask looks. 1. Okay, you put it on, you'll become a bullywug, but...
You will not be a good looking bullywug.
You won't have those pearly whites like all bullywugs have.
You put, like... Obviously, you want to roll higher because you could always make a mask to look like someone you're trying to infiltrate with.
Yeah.
So, like, you capture a dude, this is going to get a bit grisly. You're basically Leatherface.
Oh, good.
But, like, you'd become them.
Gross.
Really disturbing Leatherface.
I like it.
I do
actually
too.
like that idea a lot. I'm gonna give that an 8.
Woo! 8!
I mean, he's not as good as Vape Wizard, but...
The Mask. Did we give, what was my last one? Before The Mask? I think it was...
He's some kind of dude. How did we
Teleporter.
forget? Yeah.
What did we give the Teleporter?
I'll give him a 5.
Woo! Teleporter. 5. Alright, you want to go again? Have you got any more?
I don't have any more, but I thought for our last one we could work together.
Oh, yeah.
Create the best one.
Yeah, we'll wrap up. Okay, so, I'm not a big fan of magic.
Okay.
That's just my that's my personal playstyle.
Yeah.
I'm happy to make a character with magic if you want to do that for a little homebrew.
No, let's do a non-magic one, because both of mine have been magic users.
2 of mine have also been magic users.
Yeah.
In fact, all of mine...
Magic's really easy to think of.
Yeah. It's harder to think of non-magical things.
Yeah, because you just go, well, they fight. They fight people. Someone who just picks things. No, that's already a thing, isn't it?
What is
Can
it?
just grab things and use anything as a weapon.
Oh, that's feat. It's improvised weaponry.
Damn it.
It's not a full. Also, it's technically highly implemented in the pugilist subclass because it's just a lot of fight with whatever the fuck you got around you. Like you get you get high advantages to using things like broken bottles as weapons and shit, or just rocks.
Okay. Well then, what about going with your Leatherface idea?
Oh no.
Okay. Not quite Leatherfacey, but very horror-esque.
Okay.
Someone who makes weapons out of the people they kill.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I was hoping you were going to go in the direction of like the chainsaw,
No.
but okay.
Okay, so
How?
So picture it here. They start off like they can choose their first weapons, and it's like swords or whatever. That's level 1. But then once they get to level 2, they get weapon crafting with people bits and stuff like that.
Ooh.
So then later on, you can get things like you cut off someone's hand, right? And then you can carve bone, put it at the ends of their hands, and now you've got like a thing that you can throw with like a chain at the end of it, claw people up, do all that sort of stuff. Later on, you can cut off bits of like centaurs, and again, definitely an evil class.
Yeah.
Unicorn horn,
Oh, fuck.
make that a spear. Just like they use whatever bits and pieces they get from their kills.
So you get like advantages to crafting with bone and shit.
Yeah.
Okay. God, you'd stink. You'd smell of rot.
Yep.
Oh, I hate it, but I love
What if
it.
they're really, like, to get rid of that rot thing though, they're really good at, like, as they progress, keeping things like fresher. So that the rot smell goes away. Class type?
I guess you'd be like a fighter.
I was gonna say that they should be called something like a butcher crafter.
My brain instantly went rotcraft.
Rot craft is good.
Just because you'd always have this aura of rotting meat around you. Like the more rust you were, the more meat that'd still be left on the bones. And,
Yeah.
Oh, it's unnerving. You'd have a shirt, you'd like eventually like you get to higher levels and you'd be like you get to like level 20 or whatever, and your character can get advantages from wearing armor that is only made of people parts of your enemies. So you'd have like a shirt that is made of skin.
Of course.
And then you'd have like armor that is made of like something's rib cage and just...
Well, I mean, we've already got leather armor.
Yeah, I
They
know.
just have to...
Yeah, I know, but this would be like more obviously a man's torso that you're wearing as a shirt.
Yeah.
I like the idea that if you get to a higher level, you can kind of... this is a sick reference. You know Rick and Morty?
Yep.
You know Pickle Rick?
Yep.
That, like the higher level you get, you can just kind of cut open something and climb in it and wear it as a meat suit.
Yeah. Gross. But yeah, so we've got the rot crafter.
The Rot Crafter. That is a fucking 10.
Yes!
That
10.
shit is gold.
We'll have to make one of those one day.
On that note, I've been the creator of the Rot Crafter and a teleporter and a self-harm wizard.
I've been the creator of a rot crafter and a vape wizard. The first one's not important.
Oh, God. Oh, I don't know. It's hard to verbalize just how unnerved I am by a Rot Crafter. Like, imagine being the enemy. You're just your
gross.
enemies, and just like, you smell that?
I made up a new map
Oh.
last night.
Someone let one rip, and then just this shambling mound comes at you.
I love the idea. He's just the least stealthy character.
Once
you
the
can ever
ranger
play.
and
like
the
no
thief
matter
get here,
what, he always has
we
this
can lock the
bit
door.
because his way of
Shut the
way of
noise
playing
out from
You
beyond.
walk in there smelling of death.
Then we can let down our guard. You grow up to be a bard. You grow up to. You grow up to be a bard. You grow up to.
fromahatpodcast@gmail.com or go to our Facebook or Twitter. Links are in the description.